Hey there, I'm Miss Bizz, and this guide is all about Cyrodiil and the world of PvP. If you're brand new to ESO and would like to try out PvP but don't have a clue, this guide is for you. I won't be covering actual builds or skills for PvP though. This is just for the absolute basics about Cyrodiil. First off, how do you even get to PvP? Well, open world PvP is only allowed in Cyrodiil or the Imperial City DLC, which is in the middle of Cyrodiil. You don't flag yourself for PvP. As long as you're in a PvP zone, you are able to attack and be attacked by anyone of opposite alliances at any time. Elder Scrolls Online has also added Dueling, but this is in the overland outside of Cyrodiil, does not gain you AP, and we'll cover that a little bit later. To enter Cyrodiil, you must be level 10. To start, press L if you're on PC, or find your way to the Alliance War via menus if you're on console. Once you do that, you'll need to select a campaign to enter. Campaigns have different rule sets and lengths. You are allowed to choose one home and one guest campaign. Looking at the campaigns here on PCNA, you can see there is a campaign for below level 50 characters only, which does not allow CP. You still gain champion points while PvPing here, it's just that any points spent into your CP trees don't actually work while you're in the campaign. There's also campaigns that allow you to use champion points, but these aren't below level 50 only. There is an open campaign, open to level 50 and below, where champion points are not used. You'll also notice that some of the campaigns will actually have different rules for what counts as points. Here on PC, you just need to right-click your campaign or press R and set a campaign to your home campaign so that you can enter it. Here you'll want to queue. If the campaign is full, you might need to wait in line, but there will be a notification pop up on screen when you're available to actually go inside. Now that I've actually chosen a home campaign, you can see that we can look at the score for our home campaign, who's winning, who has the most keeps, and a whole bunch of other stuff. Another thing is emperorship. This depends on the center 6 keeps being owned by one alliance, and then the person with the most alliance points in that campaign for that alliance will become emperor. You gain alliance points, commonly known as AP, in any campaign you join. You will only be able to get on the leaderboards in your home campaign though. Leaderboard prizes are mailed out when a campaign ends, with rewards depending on how high on the leaderboards you were. Only AP gained when you are in your home campaign counts towards the leaderboards. Although AP you gain in any campaign, you are able to keep for currency uses. AP that you earn counts as experience towards your Alliance War skills, counts towards your position on the leaderboards if you earn it in your home campaign, and serves as its own form of currency. If you spend AP as currency, it is not deducted from your progression on the leaderboards or your Alliance War skills. Once you're inside your chosen campaign, head out to find the Cyrodiil starter quest. This quest will show you how to use siege and a ton more. First we'll talk how you're going to get around Cyrodiil. Cyrodiil is a really large place, and there's not a whole lot of way shrines here. In Cyrodiil, to move around Cyrodiil itself, you're going to use transitus shrines. Transitus shrines allow you to fast travel, and you can fast travel to or out of keeps or outposts. You can't travel quite anywhere as you want though. It has to be connected with this green line, meaning that you own all the resources, or, well, at least the enemy doesn't own all the resources. You're able to travel anywhere that's lit up and has that line to let you know you can. There is a way shrine at your gates, and this is actually how you're going to leave Cyrodiil. You'll notice that if you try to way shrine to anywhere else in Cyrodiil, it's not going to let you. You need to use the Transitus shrine. But in order to get out of Cyrodiil, you're going to want to use this way shrine. A big part of PvP in Cyrodiil is siege warfare. This is how you're going to take down keeps and outposts and other things, and of course, take out enemy players. You'll run across this in the training mission, but we'll cover it just in case. Here you can see there's different types of siege, and some are better than others for certain things. Siege weapons are a big part of PvP in Cyrodiil. Siege weapons are the only thing that can actually take down keep walls. Your attacks do nothing, so you'll need to siege down keep walls to get inside and take over the flag. You'll want to learn about all the different types because some work towards things better than others, and some things such as the meat bag actually adds a heal debuff if you hit players with it, so you'll want to hit players instead of keep walls with that one. To use siege, it's pretty easy. You just walk up to it, hit your use key, and then click away wherever you want to hit. Now, if you're using siege weapons, you're surely going to find out that enemies can hit it and damage it, and just as you use it, it runs out of health. Well, for that, you're going to need some repair kits. To use a siege repair kit, you actually need to add it to your quick slot bar, just like you would potions or otherwise. You just select it, like you would a potion, walk up, and hit your quick slot key, and that will repair the siege weapon that you're trying to repair. Wall repair kits for keeps actually works the same way. Once you complete the training quest in Cyrodiil, not only will you have gained 2 skill points, you'll also now be able to pick up the repeatable or daily quests. Some of these are to kill a certain class of players, some of them are to take over a keep, or maybe scout out an enemy keep. Make sure that you wander around your home base and look and see what merchants and vendors are available to you.
Without a siege weapon is like eating.
Before you head out, you'll likely want to hit up your siege vendor. They don't only sell you siege though, they can sell you some other great things for Lions points, or you can even spend gold on your siege. While you move around your Cyrodiil main faction base, you may also notice that there's no guards, and if you have a heavy bounty, no one is going to mind here. So, if you have a bounty from all that Thieves Guild content, you might want to hang out in Cyrodiil. There's no guards to catch you. Here we just transported to a keep we own. You'll notice these nice giant flags that the enemy wants to try to take over. If you do take over a keep, you're going to want to gather around the flags because the more people there, the quicker it turns. There's also always 3 different resources around all of the keeps. You'll want to actually take a look at these and maybe go help take them over. There's also flags there you need to stand under to take them over. You'll notice on your Cyrodiil map that you'll have all sorts of new icons. Things such as 2 swords crossed will show that 2 alliances are fighting. The bigger the battle, the bigger the swords are on your map. To set up siege, you want to make sure it's selected on your quick slot, place it somewhere on flat ground, and go ahead and set it up. Once you have your siege set up, you just need to aim where you want to go and fire away. Alright, let's say you're looking to take down a keep. Here you can see I'm looking at an enemy keep, and I'll tell you right now, if you attack these walls with any of your skills on your bar or with your weapon, it's not going to do any damage. You need to use siege in order to attack the walls. Here you'll see I already put a catapult right on my quick slot bar. So I press the quick slot key, hit my use key, and now I'm in my catapult. Now I could take out people on top, or I can actually take out the walls. You'll notice that around all keeps there's actually some soldiers or NPCs that are protecting it. If you attack them, they're going to attack you. Here you can see that we used enough siege that we actually broke down an outer wall. Now you'll need to continue to use siege to break down the inner wall so that you can get inside. Once you're inside the keep, you're going to have a lot of guards and probably a lot of other players to deal with. But you really want to be on this flag so that the keep can be yours. Here you notice that now that a bunch of people stood here, the flag has flipped and it is now our keep. Once you finish taking over a keep, you'll want to make sure that you repair the walls so that if the enemy comes back, they have to put the effort into bringing it back down. All you need to do is put it on your quick slot bar and use your quick slot key when you're next to the wall. In Update 12, Dueling has been added to Elder Scrolls Online, so this is a form of PvP outside of Cyrodiil. To duel somebody, you just walk up to them, you use the interact key, and invite them to a duel. Hey Beer Bong Jin! You'll notice that it counts down and a nice flag shows you where the center of the dueling arena is. Here you can duel away with your friends. Like I said, you do not gain AP or anything like that, but you can just figure out who's best. If you die during a duel, you'll actually get a free revive. You don't have to pay a soul gem to revive. You can also decide to auto-decline all duels if that's what you so choose. So you're not forced into dueling if that's not your kind of thing. Well, that's all for my Cyrodiil and PvP guide for Elder Scrolls Online. Hope that covers all the basics. If you want tips and tricks, you'll want to dive right into Cyrodiil, find yourself a group, and ask them the best ways to do things, but at least you'll know what you need to be doing. Thanks for tuning in. I'm Miss Bizz. Bye for now.